Boys Club. Wait, hold on. I think there is one thing we have to revisit now that we've all had different moments to go after Matthew Ball. But I couldn't realize how much resentment there is out there. There's like an anti Matthew Ball crowd that feels like they're not being spoken to. And ever since anyone's spoken out, they're like, oh, Eric, thank God Eric spoke out, by the way.
Well, I think there's both sides of the camp because everyone still wants to believe in the metaverse type thing. But I think the majority of people are like, oh my God, yeah, that guy is so full of shit. Like that's a constant. Of course, I'm in my own echo chamber, I imagine. But I think so far, like, I think people kind of want to call him out for completely fucking up the entire thing, and just destroying it, except for Heatherly, right? Heatherly still is holding on for dear life for the hope and dream that is Web3, like rainbows and unicorns will come to real life. It's like unbelievable. Like that guy, he's in his own world.
Didn't Beamable like just raise around right now around Metaverse platform stuff? Beamable
the
again,
Star Trek Timelines people from Massachusetts.
Yeah, that they basically shifted to Metaverse technology, Metaverse platform stuff. Where is the anti-ball crowd coming from? Is it all the people just saying like, hey, anti-metaverse, this doesn't make sense. Why did you talk about it? Or what is the anti-ball crowd saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. His vision for the metaverse was ridiculous, basically. I mean, I heard that from many people back then. It wasn't like some like revelation now. I mean, I was on a podcast like 2 years ago ad nauseum talking about how this vision of the metaverse is ridiculous. Like, yeah, Roblox is a metaverse, and so is Epic's thing, World of Warcraft. All these things are different, like niche metaverses. That is what the metaverse is. It's not some ubiquitous, like the next internet thing, and that was the whole pitch. But some people like Heatherly are getting very confused about what's real and what's not.
I remember fighting in the trenches with you, Eric, right? Like talking to people who just wanted to shift all strategy towards the metaverse and how infuriating those conversations would be around false equivalency after false equivalency. No, I'm just asking the question of like, is it just about the metaverse or is there actual like good pointed feedback back to him about some of the analysis that he did around the future of the market?
I think it's really about the suggestions he offers to the future. Like, I think everyone like spit up their coffee when he said AAA mobile gaming.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think, when he goes over the growth drivers for the future, they're potential growth drivers. I don't think he's advocating for all of them, but it feels like he is a little bit by putting them out there. I would say that's one of them. I mean, other new handled devices, we're talking about like the PlayStation Portal, the Steam device. I mean, in the report, he goes over how many few units that they've sold. Again, I don't think you have to hold him to this as being his argument. I think he's just pointing out like these are potential things we should examine, but ultimately they don't really go anywhere. I think the most disappointing part is he didn't reflect on his metaverse. He didn't update what went wrong or what went right. And I think that's the frustration is like there's rich analysis to be done there, Mr. Ball. Like we'd love to see you do it. It's not a walk of shame. At least I tried to do something on Squad Busters after it was released, but it's like update your priors. What'd you learn? How did we grow from this? It looks like it's not panning out. Give us something to chew on.
Yeah, right. But I think that is good feedback to him, right? It's just to say, like, let's talk about the metaverse because he does do a whole section on Roblox. You could have used that section to talk more about what has he learned since his writing his book and how does that apply towards his vision of the future.
Right, and the success of Roblox and fledgling success of Epic's platform, like there's new things going on, right? You could just update it with the actual what's happening on the field, right? But you just can't just leave. Just hanging out there, like, dude, you wrote a whole book about it and did a tour. It's like, what? Okay, anyway.